Hello everyone and welcome back to another Universe Sandbox video, and today we're going to be continuing on with colonizing the whole solar system with part 3, where we're going to be moving on to the moons now. So yeah, if you remember last episode, we finished off the gas giants, we did Pluto as well, and then if we just get a lineup, we got our lineup of objects to this now. So we got our Jupiter looking like this, we got some red city lights on it as well, looking very, very nice indeed there, with some green land, some red sort of ice and snow as well due to the red tint. Obviously Planet 9 we've not done. We've got Saturn here, which we went with a more yellowish colour, with some green, obviously, as we can see as well. And also the yellow tint gave it the yellow city lights. We went with more of a yellowy green sort of tint set up for that. Obviously blue atmosphere. Then Neptune here, we had a ultra green atmosphere. Then we had an ultra blue tint underneath. This had blue city lights as well. Looked really, really unique indeed, that one. Then we had Uranus tilted on its side still with the cyan sort of blue tint to it, with a whiter atmosphere, and also with the tinted city lights, as we can see on it as well, which gave us that. So yeah, the gas giants, I think they turned out really, really awesome with the way they look. And then obviously to the ones we did in the original episode, we had Venus here with the desert-like sort of Venus with the tint. We had the Mars with the green city lights, and then we had Mercury, which is the very first one we did. Mercury's still one of my favorites as well. I think it looks great. And then we had we had Pluto as well, which we got right here. So yeah, there we go. But yeah, now moving on, we're going to be heading to Earth to begin with, because that's where we need to go to first. So Earth, right. So here it is. So what we need to do here is, obviously, we need to click Add Moons to Planet. So here we go. So there is the moon now added in. So if we click play, so the moon. Right, now we can get to working on the moon. So going to go straight to appearance. Surface colors we're going to want on custom, so that'll reset it like that. And then if we go to composition, no, it's surface, isn't it? Yeah, surface, atmosphere mass. We'll start off with I guess we'll go with like 1.2 ATM. I'm not sure how much that'll warm the moon up though, but we'll just put it to 30 degrees to start off with and just hope it works, since the game's pretty bugged with the temperatures and stuff of the atmosphere anyway, so there's no point trying to pursue that and trying to get it all good. So now we're going to interface color. We'll have to close and reopen the menu, so then we can access the atmosphere color. So we'll put it to white to begin with. The moon looking pretty cool with the white atmosphere right there. So there we go. So then we want to go to composition. We're going to start adding some water to the moon itself. So we get some clouds appearing. Look at that. Oh, it's smoking up a bit, so we may have to change the mass of it. But we've got to be careful, because we don't want it breaking away from the Earth. But yeah, the moon never used to smoke up like this. It always had enough mass. That's quite annoying that it's doing that, I have to say. So mass, yeah, it should be 1 moon. So I guess we're going to have to turn that off, lock the radius, quickly pull it to, I don't know, 5 moons. That should fix it. Very annoying we have to do that. But yeah, unfortunately, that's the way we've got to play it. So now we can start adding the water. So it'll probably start filling up those craters. So there we go. So we're getting our terraformed looking moon beginning there. So there we go. So that is the moon now. So it's looking very nice indeed. And yeah, we used to only be able to do that, but now with the custom colors, we can really make this look more interesting. So let's go with a very colonized looking like moon. So low, I guess we'll go with like I guess we could go with a sandy sort of yellow, so a very sort of pale yellow. Middle, I'm going to go with a sort of dark forest-like green. So there we go. So that gives us this. So go that ice area. Even at 50 degrees or 30 degrees now, it's still got ice all over the place. It's very annoying it does that. Like, you have to add the water to remove the ice. I don't like that. I think the ice is a little too common on planets that are quite warm. So it's quite annoying the game does that, I have to say. So there we go. So there's our moon. I'm actually going to lower the water just a tad more. That's a little too much for my liking, so let's just lower it. There we go. Get a bit of those craters back. But yeah, it's really annoying at the ice. See this as well, how it just does that. Let's just pause it. So, oh, don't want to go too fast. But yeah, this area here, how it's just all ice, and then it just reverts back to what it's supposed to be. That ice is very, very annoying and very frustrating to work with. But yeah, there we go. So that's our moon. And now, obviously, we can go down here. City lights we can enable. So that gives us them there. And now we can just randomize the seed and see what we get. So hopefully we get a nice bunch of lights to appear. So there we go. We're going to get a decent amount. So there we go. That's looking good. So now the question is, will you be able to see the moon's city lights from the Earth? So that's definitely what I want to see. So we'll have to obviously look at the moon there. So let's see if we can see the city lights on the moon from Earth. So where is it? I can't even see the moon. It's just lost in the darkness of space at the moment. So put the labels on. So there, the moon is over there. So let's quickly land in like North America here. Let's see if we can look around and see if we can see any lights on the moon. So yeah, even with the lights, you really can't see. It's just too far away. You can't see the glow, unfortunately. But yeah, maybe if we ever saw it in reality, maybe it would work. But obviously, since The only way to see the nighttime side of the moon is to have the moon in front of the sun. You'd never probably be able to see it, because obviously if the moon is behind the Earth, you'll only be seeing the daylight side. So yeah, probably wouldn't be able to see much lights on the moon there. But yeah, there we go. So there is the moon done. Looking very good indeed. Now, atmosphere-wise, actually, do I want to change it? So if we go back to customization, do I want to make it look more blue? Maybe? Yeah, it's quite similar to the Mercury, actually. What if I go with the more, try and make it quite Earth-like sort of looking blue? So something like that, maybe. So there we go. That's quite similar to the Earth-like blue. So I think I'll roll with that, actually. It's got the blue clouds on it. So yeah, I'm quite happy with the way that has turned out. So if we just let it run a bit. So, oh, it's smoking up again. What is this? Come on. Seriously? We're going to have to buff it up even more. So we'll go 10 moons. I really hope Earth can handle that, but it should be fine. Oh, what's going on now? It's removed all of the ice, which is good. Okay. So if I just... Okay, oh, the ice is... Oh, no, never mind. The ice is still over here. But, I mean, it did remove a bit of it. But there we go. So that's our moon. And obviously, as the moon rotates, so we've got the more forest-like area. We've got the more sandy dunes sort of area here, just due to the elevation. So we'll let it rotate round. So obviously, the same face of the moon always faces the Earth. So now the regular side of the moon, what we'd normally see, is now facing the Earth. So here we go. So most of it is ocean, as we can see. And obviously, the dark side of the moon, that is now completely away. But that's obviously going to start getting the sunlight again. So yeah, there we go. But that is the moon done. Look at all this ice. Why does it do that? That's really annoying. Why? Why'd you have to do that? But yeah, there we go. So that is the moon all done. So looking good. Really liking that. Maybe the water will give it just a tad less. Oh no, that's way too much. But yeah, there we go. So that's all of the lights the moon has. See, look at this ice. There's not even any water on the planet hardly. But oh, there we go. So that's what it should look like. I mean, that looks pretty funky indeed. Look at that. Wow. That looks really crazy. But yeah, let's just try and add the water back nicely. So we go, let it run. See, look, that ice. Why'd you have to do that? That is so annoying. But yeah, there we go. So let's just quickly add it back. See, I don't want to go too much. So maybe something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna roll with that, I think. And maybe with the elevation, I think that's a little too much sandy yellow there, so I'm gonna change that to a little more of a shade of green, I think. Ooh, okay, this could be. Or we go with a darker sort of greenish shade. Well, how does that look? Actually, no, I wanna keep playing with the moon actually before we move on. Or maybe I do keep it as more sandy looking yellow, because I did like the way that looked, but I think it's a little too much yellow. So I'm gonna go the green, but then it's too much green. So sort of lost at the moment. I'm not sure. Just due to the elevation of the moon, one side is ultra high and the other side is ultra low. But yeah, look at this frozen side of the moon. Why has it got to do that? It is just so frustrating with it having to do that. Like, why? And if I add too much, it will just go away. But yeah, there we go. So if I add too much ocean, it's all just gonna get rid of the ice completely, but also get rid of the down land. So that's still not what we want. So I'm going to just remove it a bit more. But yeah, then the ice returns immediately. That is so annoying. Why you got to do that? So there we go. So it just completely freezes. This ice glitch, please, if anyone gets this, please report it to the developers if you can, because it is very annoying. But yeah, there we go. So let's just try adding the water again. See, even with hardly any water added, you just get a bunch of ice. And now the water's going all weird with the patches. Yeah, it's very strange the way this game works sometimes. But yeah, there we go. So I think I'm just going to leave it be. I think it's fine. That ice area, though, that is very annoying. But there's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. Hopefully it will get fixed eventually. But yeah, there we go. So that is our moon. So if we put orbits on, it's now in a binary with Earth because we've added too much mass to it. That is very annoying. Off we go. 7 moons. See, I don't want it. I want it to stay like that. Yeah, there we go. So I'm hoping that won't smoke up. But yeah, there we go. So appearance. Right, surface color. No, not surface. No. I want interface color there. Yeah. So there we go. So let's sort of match it up with the Earth surface color actually. So let's go something like that. There we go. So interface sort of matching with the Earth itself. So there we go. So we've got colonized Earth and Moon there. Obviously the Earth's already done. So there we go. So Earth and Moon. Now obviously Mars's moons, they're too small, so we're not going to bother with those. So now we're going to head out to Jupiter. So I'm hoping the add moons will still work. So that does it. Add moons to planet. No? Are they going to work? Labels. They're on and off. What if we just name it to Jupiter? I think that should hopefully fix it. It's Jupiter. Come on, add our moons. No? Oh, there we go. Sweet. So, there we go. So, it's got the same mass as always. So, click play. There we go. So, we've got our moons. Obviously, we're not going to terraform all of those. We're just going to go with the major moons. So, where are we? So, we're going to head to Io now. This should be interesting. I've never tried doing Io. So, this should be really cool. Look at Jupiter as well. That looks so cool, having a terraformed one. But, yeah, there we go. So, there is Io. So, there we are. I've never even tried customizing this. I wonder if you can even do it. So, surface colors, custom. Oh. Black and white Io. That is a weird to look at it like that. Interface we can obviously change. City lights we can enable. So there we go. Oh wow, that's looking cool. So let's just refresh them. Oh, this one's got a ton of lights on here. So how do we want them? I want to get quite a nice bunch of lights in the middle. There we go. I'll roll with that. Why not? So then surface, atmosphere, no surface. Right, there we go. So ATM, I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's just going to break anyway. So we're just going to put it to 50 degrees manually. So there we go. Right, 50 degrees. Then we're going to want to add some oceans. So we've got the clouds appearing as well. Let's just let the water appear. Okay, there we go. So Io with water. It'd be quite a weird one to colonize Io because obviously all the volcanoes on it still and stuff like that. I mean, would Jupiter still have its magnetic field if it was a rocky planet? I mean, who knows? But yeah, there we go. So now surface, atmosphere. Right, there we go. So we can change the color of this. So there we go. All that red does look pretty cool. But I want to try and go over yellow to sort of match the original color of Io. So I'm going to go over like a toxic sort of looking yellow atmosphere like that. I'm going to just have a little difference in here. And then surface colors. How are we going to roll with that? Okay, that should be interesting, right? So more of a colonized look. So Io, this would look really interesting, the colonized Io in reality. I mean, imagine that. I'm going to have it as quite dark and out colors. I'm not going to make it look too friendly. I want to still keep it quite almost like a hostile area still. So what about black? So the black area sort of represents the volcanicness, I guess, on it. So yeah, there we go. So that's our Io now. So obviously got the yellow atmosphere. I mean, we could see what it looks like with white clouds. So how if we put Earth like that? So that's what it looked like with white clouds. No, I want to roll with the toxic looking clouds. Actually, I could try Venus. No, no. I want a capital. I need a capital. There we go. So that would be the Venus clouds. Oh, look how it looks with the Venus clouds. That does look pretty crazy. And it's smoking up. Oh, seriously, it's going to do it for every moon. Oh dear, that's going to get very annoying because the moons could crash into each other. It never used to have a problem. This has got more than one massive moon. It never used to do that. That's the thing that really bugs me. It never used to do this. Even at 6 moons, it used to be fine at just 1 moon. So it's very, very frustrating that the game is still doing this. I hate this. It really, really does suck. Even at 8 moons, you're going to do it? Come on, no. 10. This smoking up here. Why you got to do that? It is so annoying. But those red clouds look so cool with the Venus-like clouds. Oh, come on. 12? I mean, it shouldn't have to go this high to fix it. I mean, come on. 11? No, even 11. That is very, very frustrating. 20. Yeah, it just won't have it. And I think I've messed up its radius and stuff as well. That is really, really annoying. So there we go. I'm going to try re-adding an IO. Oh, no, actually, no. I'm just going to check its radius, actually. So let's just let it open. But yeah, the fact that the objects are smoking up like that, especially from this distance from the sun, I think that is very, very annoying. I don't know why they suddenly are doing it now. They never used to do it at 10 masses of moon like that. They usually only did it when you're less than a massive moon. But usually just 1 massive moon, it was fine. But apparently, it's not fine anymore. But that is very annoying. So, okay, so we need 18 and then 22. So let's lock that. 18, 22. There we go. So that's how it should be. So it shouldn't have even got. It should have stayed. So it got too big as well. But there we go. So that's how Io now. We're gonna have to readjust the water since we did mess it up by changing the radius by accident. So there we go. So that's our Io. That does look very menacing with the red clouds with like the yellowish toxic looking atmosphere. I think that looks really cool. So there we go. Let's just try and I definitely want to keep like the yellowish sort of color to it, and then the toxic sort of volcanic Venus-like clouds. I think that looks really cool with the more hostile looking environment down below on Io. So there we go. Let's just get a full view of it though. So we'll go on directional, no, not directional, flashlight. So there we go. And then look underneath the atmosphere and clouds. So that's what it looks like underneath. So it's mostly a forest looking world. Actually, what if we darken? Oh, that looks good actually. So it's got like the darker areas are the more volcanic areas, and then we've got like the more greenish looking color as well. But I'm going to darken it out. So it's a very sort of it's not the most colonized looking world out there, but yeah, I want to roll with that. I think that looks quite cool. And then obviously atmosphere back on, and then the volcanic looking clouds. There we go. So with the water underneath as well. I think that's quite a cool looking build I've got on Io there. So quite an interesting one. So there's our Io. So we're rolling with the Venus clouds. So there we go. So I'm hoping that won't affect the other moons, because Jupiter's still got a lot of mass, so it should be fine. Europa, what is going on over here? Right, so here is Europa. This could be quite an interesting one. So first of all, it already has oceans, so I'm going to quickly just plop it to 50 degrees. That will obviously melt all the ice. We're going to obviously remove a lot of that. It is changing the radius, but I will fix that momentarily. So there we go. Let's just add that back. Okay, so Europa is going to be quite weird, and since it's all cracked, all the water doesn't really load in on it. So this will be an interesting one. It fills up all the cracks. That is quite cool, actually. Okay, so what we need to do here is, again, off. We're going to keep the... Oh, and then we're going to have to put the radius up. So, okay, so how large should Europa be? Because I think we made it big. So it's 1561 it should be. Okay, so 1561. There we go. Okay, so that's how it should be. We're going to lock that, and then, yeah, we're going to lock that. And then for our radius, or mass, sorry, we're just going to put it to 12 moons as well. So there we go. So that should be fine there. And then just to compare with IO, so 12, and then this had 12 as well, I believe. So yeah, 12 and 12. Right, cool. So I'm just hoping they won't collide, but we're not really going to run the simulation much because it will just freeze our worlds anyway. So we'll just have to keep it, only run it for brief moments of time. But yeah, there we go. So that is Europa. That's looking very interesting with all the water filling up the cracks. Right, so now we're also going to want to add our atmosphere. So again, it doesn't matter because it's broken. So 10. Right, close it, reopen the menu. We're going to turn off orbits as well. There's too much going on in the background there. Interface. I think we'll roll with white with Europa. I think that'll look good. Interface, I just will put it as white. Surface, right. Oh no, appearance. No, yeah, no, appearance, yes. Right, and then surface colors, custom. Right, there we go. So custom Europa colors. How would this look? So, okay. I want to keep it as more of an ocean world as well. I think Europa, the ocean world fits Europa just due to the amount of water it has on it already. So, I guess we'd keep it as quite a, how should we go? I'm going to go with the sandy yellow again because I want to keep it as a, and then more like almost like a world with a lot of desert islands and stuff. So I want to keep the oceans very high on this one. So there we go. So I don't want to have too much land. I think the oceans would definitely make more sense on this. So, right, there we go. Appearance, let's try and get the city lights. I'm guessing there won't be too many since it's mostly underwater, but there we go. So you can see there is some lights on the ocean or some of the islands and stuff, but yeah, it's mostly ocean world. Actually, I think, no, actually, I'm going to go with a blue. I think a blue Earth-like atmosphere. So we just get that shade of blue correct. So something like that. But then I'm just going to put Earth in the name to get the white clouds back. So, like so. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm liking the way that's looking. And then surface, we need to change these. So, I want to have like a tropical sort of archipelago sort of look. So, we're going to have similar to sort of the way we did Mercury and Pluto, actually. High elevation, I mean, I'll just leave that as blacked out. But yeah, there we go. So, that's what we got now. And then I think this, we're just going to dim the sand down a bit. So, how are we going to... Just like pale and a little darker. So there we go. So there we go. So that's what I've got now. So it's a mostly ocean world. But yeah, there we go. So that is our Europa. And I'm very happy with the way that's looking, actually. So that's our colonized Europa. And also it's in orbit of the big Jupiter over there as well. So that's our Jupiter. Remember, so that's looking good as well. I kind of want to make an adjustment to Jupiter, actually, while we're here. I'm thinking white clouds. See, no, because no, we remove the white clouds. No, that's why I'm thinking. Yeah, there we go. That's better. That's how I want to keep it. And then the atmosphere as well. How are we doing here? Kind of want to make it a little more of a pale blue. There we go. So that's our Jupiter. And then it's got like the dark sort of red-like oceans underneath. And then we'll see our red city lights too. So that's Jupiter done. All right, cool. So then we got our Io Venus. We've got our Europa Earth. And Io's already the correct colour, I don't need to change it. Now we're moving on to Ganymede, to the largest of the moons. Now, yeah, this one never used to smoke up when you added water to it, but I bet it's going to prove us wrong in this version of the game. So let's just, I'm going to lock that just in case, but there we go. So surface colours custom. Oh, that looks very different already. So then composition, we're going to add some oceans to it. So, come on, let's get some oceans. And then we're going to put it to the correct temperature, so 50 degrees. Whoa. Oh, 510. No. 50. There we go. Right. So wondering what that red was. So, right. Now we just need to add the water. So we don't want to go too much. So how are we doing for Ganymede? So Ganymede looked quite interesting with a lot of water by the looks of it as well. So click play. And it's smoking up yet. So it will not let us do it. So we're going to have to do the same process again. 12 moons. That seems to be the new fixing point for it. Instead of 1 moon. So that's very annoying. But yeah, there we go. So that's our Ganymede now. So it seems to be quite, the water does seem to like to flood it up as well. On this one, maybe, can we get... Okay, there we go. I don't want... Yeah, I want to try and roll that. Just a tad more. There we go. Right. So surface. Right, how are we going to go with this one? So, what if we go with a... Nah, that's too much green. Let's just put it all as green for now. Let's see how that looks. So there we go. So that's all green. Yep, no way. Darker green. The black almost there. So just a ultra dark green. Obviously we need to have an atmosphere to get that working as well, but yeah, I don't want to change that. I do think the sandy sort of yellowish look does look quite good with the green, I have to say. So that's what we've got now. But yeah, just the way the elevation works on this world as well. The yellow stands out a bit too much as well on this one. So I'm going to just darken it down, make it look almost more rock. I guess we could have it more rock-like, like really just rock. So like, that could represent mountain ranges and things like that. And then obviously the green, I am going to darken that. I guess we could put that to white actually, just to represent snow and ice, things like that. Or just more rock. So there we go. And I'm just going to sort of make it more of a darker green as well. So there we go. Obviously the atmosphere. Did we even put an atmosphere on it? No, we didn't. So that's obviously not going to help. But 12 ATM, there we go. It says atmosphere back. Close and reopen the menu. So atmosphere color. How do we want to go with this? Would be nice to have a red one, but yeah, I think we should keep in the blues. So how are we going to go with our Ganymede? So just have a nicer sort of pale shade right there. So that gives us our Ganymede. So it's got its blue atmosphere. And again, we need to do city lights. So appearance, city lights enabled. So there we go. So that's our lights on Ganymede now. So there we go. And then I guess we can just randomize those up, see what we get. So there we go. Get a nice bunch of lights to appear. There we go. I'll roll with that. Why not? So there we go. So that's our Ganymede done. Sweet. So there we go. So that's almost all of the moons now. So how's the orbits doing? Okay, the orbits are fine. Right, cool. So an appearance. Yeah, and then interface color. I mean, I guess we can go over sort of match the atmosphere on it. Europa as well. I mean, it's mostly ocean, but we can go over, we've got to go sort of the earth-like blue for this as well. So there we go. So there we go. Oh, no, wait. That was atmosphere color. No, leave the atmosphere color alone. And that was the elevation I changed. Oh, dear. Whoops. Right. So there we go. That's what we want. So an earth-like sort of shade there. Alright, let's just quickly check. I hope I didn't mess anything up. But I think the low elevation's not really going to make much of a difference since it's all underwater anyway. So yeah, Europa's fine. Cool. Alright, so Europa, Ganymede right now. Callisto, the last of the Jupiter moons. So there we go. So then we can move on to the Saturn system after this guy. But yeah, there we go. So happy with the way the other moons have turned out. Right, so custom for this. What was an all dark Callisto look like anyway? I just want to see. Oh, that looks crazy. But yeah, there we go. So we'll just leave it like that for now. Obviously, I'm not going to keep the red. Right, so again, we're just going to... We know the game's going to do it to us, so I am just going to do it before the game has a chance. So we're just going to put it to 12 moons, since that fixes the stupid smoking up stuff. So there we go. So appearance, city lights will enable as well. Why not? All right, then atmosphere, let's get that added. So again, same process. Just put it at 12 ATM since it's broken. Right, there we go. So then close it and reopen it so we can edit the atmosphere color. Right, there we go. So atmosphere is enabled. And then elevation will just reset. So there we go. So that's our Callisto now. So then we're going to want to, I guess we can disable orbits as well. Right, so then we want to add some oceans to it. So there we go. I mean, I guess actually we could have we haven't had like an ice world yet. I mean, it can still have a bit of ice on it and be habitable. So let's go over a more frozen-like world. So I'm just going to put it to 0. No, 0 is a little too much. Minus 10. How about that? Not minus 100, minus 10. There we go. So how would that work? There's still oceans on it. So it used to make like, the water used to get like very, very white coloured before it froze. But it looks like they've removed that as well. Yeah, the water used to turn white before it completely froze to ice. So yeah, it's just very different to what the game used to be like. So there we go. But that's our Callisto now. So it's sort of yeah, I'm going to aim with like an ice-like world for this one. Quite a very, very cold one. Elevation, right? How we doing here? Okay. So I'm going to go over dark green for that as well. So that's going to blend in with mostly the ice surface. So there we go. But we see the polar caps again a little too crazy. 0 degrees. There you go. So I'm just going to reset that down a bit. But there we go. So that's our Callisto. I'm going to keep the atmosphere and stuff white. It's going to be a very, very snow-covered world. So that's what I am going to do for Callisto there. So there we go. So that is Callisto done. Right. So that is all of the Jupiter. That's the whole Jupiter system done now. So interface will put it as white. So there we go. So orbits. So we've got all of the major moons of Jupiter done. So we've got our volcanic-looking Io theme still, the Venus clouds. I think that's one of my favourites. I think it looks cool. Then we've got our ocean world Europa here. So it's mostly all oceans. Then we've got Ganymede. So that's that one there, more of a greenish, foresty-like object. And then we've got Callisto as a very icy, cold world as well. So there we go there. Right, so that's Jupiter. Very happy with the whole Jupiter system. Now, obviously, I'm not going to do these little moons and stuff because they're just too insignificant. They're not major moons, so that's fine. We're going to leave those be. So there we go. So that's Jupiter done. So now moving on to Saturn. Right, so here we go. So again, we're going to have to do what we did with Jupiter. So we're just going to have to remove the Earth from the name briefly. So that will give us that. Then we can add moons to planet. So go. So click the button. There we go. So click play. So they're all enabled now. Oh, Saturn does look weird without his rings. I mean, we could add the rings back actually. But you'll have to do that later on because I don't want them lagging the game out. But there we go. So that's Saturn and then Earth. Right, awesome stuff. So then we'll turn that off. Right, so major moons of Saturn. So the first one is obviously Titan. We're going to do this one. It's the primary moon. So here we go. Right, so Titan. I kind of want to keep its atmosphere, but since I can't modify the object, since it's not modded, I can't actually dim the atmosphere at the moment. So I have to stay with its thick atmosphere. So we're going to have to work a way around that. But that's Titan for the time being. So surface. Okay, so surface colors. So we're going to have to hide all that. So there's Titan's texture underneath there. And then clouds atmosphere. So there we go. So that's underneath. Custom colors. So I believe, yeah. Okay, so Titan is completely broken. There is no, I don't think there's any surface grid layout for it. So if we add water, I think it just floods the whole thing. I don't even think any of the land shows. Yeah. So Titan is completely glitched in this version of the game. Look, you can't even change the water levels. You either have water or you don't have water. So I guess the only process we can do right now is just to have it as a water world. There's no other option. So I'm going to go over water world. I mean, atmosphere color, we can re-enable all that now. But there's not any other option we have. We can put it to 50 degrees. There we go. The clouds aren't even visible in the sky at the moment, but there we go. Oh, it's smoking up as well. Ah, damn. Okay, so lock. Put it to 12 moons. Voila. There we go. So that'll get rid of that. Right, so that's our Titan, but there's not really too much we can do, unfortunately, since we can't change the surface due to it being broken. So we can't make it more pale either. The atmosphere is completely fixed. I'll have to quickly mod it in between episodes, I think, so we can give it a little, make it look a little more interesting. But for now, Titan's just going to be a more, I guess, to keep it as just an ocean world, I guess we'd have an Earth-like blue sort of color to it. So it still has its thick clouds, but it is a lot more friendly and Earth-like looking. So that's what we got there. So I'm going to go the blue, and then I think just to make it stand out a bit more, we're going to go with Earth. So give us the white clouds. There we go. So that's our Titan. But yeah, it's unfortunate we can't do too much to it, but it is beyond control when we are filming a video like this. It's still got that orange sort of colour to it around as well. That's pretty weird. But yeah, we can't do anything to it right now. And city lights, obviously, we can't really do anything at all because, yeah, they're all underwater. But yeah, there we go. So that's our Titan. So yeah, it's just ocean underneath. So there we go. So that's pretty much what we've got underneath there. But there we go. So that's Titan done. Right, so yeah, well, I'm definitely going to have to come back to that before we do our next episode, though. So there we are. And it's in a binary with Saturn. What are you doing? No, we don't want that. Come on, it's going to mess up Saturn's orbit. No, we don't want it doing that. Yeah, that's very annoying. I mean, Saturn, come on. You've got 95 Earths. You should easily be more dominant over Titan here. Come on, that's annoying. So 11? No? 1? Oh, we're in Earths. Oh, I've made an oopsie. So we want moons, 10 moons. Oh no, 12 moons, not 12 Earths. There we go. That's fine. Right, there we go. I thought that could have been really bad. Right, so we go. So there's our Titan done. I guess trail or interface color we can just put to, yeah, blue. Right, there we go. So then Saturn's orbit should be fixed. All right, cool. So there we go. Okay, I think we can do one more of Saturn's objects before we'll have to finish up for today's episode as well. So where shall we head next? I guess we can do Iapetus, which should be the next one out. So there we go. So Iapetus. Yeah, I want to try Iapetus. So here we go. So again, same process. So play and pause. No. Right, so we're going to want to lock that. Put this to 12 moons. Like so. There we go. Right. So surface colors custom. Okay. Oh. And it looks like it appears to, again, be broken. So it looks like maybe this is a trend of all of Saturn's moons. They don't have proper surface grids on them. Maybe like the water just floods them straight away. I mean, how's this going to work? Yeah, so it looks like we're going to have the same process or problems of all of Saturn's as it just does this. Look, I mean, that's the best we can do there. I mean, that's a shame. So it seems like all of the surface grids on Saturn's moons are not properly set up, I'm guessing. I mean, I'm not sure if you call it a bug. I mean, they may not just be set up at all. It may not be a bug since nothing is breaking. I think it's just generally meant to be like that. So, yeah, unfortunately, it looks like all of Saturn's moons are just going to be water worlds, which kind of sucks. But, I mean, that's what we have to do, unfortunately. So, atmosphere, I mean, let's go ahead and just quickly put it to there. So, there we go. Then we can close and reopen. So I guess we can just have just different shades of blue for the atmospheres and stuff. I mean, we could have more of a white atmosphere. There we go. So white atmosphere there. That's obviously all going to freeze, so we need to put it to 50 degrees. There we go. There we are. So it's got its clouds, and it's just mostly just an ocean world. I mean, we can't change the surface underneath, unfortunately. So yeah, we are unfortunately stuck with that. Yeah, because I don't think we can put it all as red. Nothing is going on there whatsoever. I mean, actually, the high elevation. Look at that. The high elevation changes the color. That's weird how it does that. So if I remove the water, so we did high elevation. Okay, so the high elevation just changes the whole color. So I mean, there we go. So I mean, I guess the high elevation. I mean, we can make it look a little more friendly-like. I mean, there may just be a tad bit of land there, which is just sticking out of the water. I mean, we can add it, just remove the water quickly. But I don't think that's the actual... Okay, so it's just... So there we go. So that's what it's like underneath. So if we just add the... remove the water. So just keep clicking that. So it just removes all of it at once. But when you add the water, you get that. So I think we're going to stick with that. So we've got just a tiny bit of land sticking out. Or it's land underneath the ocean. But I mean, that's the best we can do. So that's what we are going to roll with. So there we go. Atmosphere all back on. So it's got the green with the white. So there we go. So that's Iapetus. So there we go there. But actually, now that we know that works, let's go back to Titan. So I'm guessing with Titan, surface. Okay, oh no, appearance, sorry. So here we go. So custom. So this should be able to change the glow of the planet from behind. There we go. So I guess Titan will just go with a sort of cyanish blue, I guess. I mean, I guess we can roll that. Doesn't look like Titan works as good as the Iapetus does, though. Actually, no, it does. I mean, we got a little more blue from that, but yeah, there we go. So if I just click it too much, it will just remove the oceans completely. Actually, no, we've already removed all the oceans. That's what it looks like now. So just add it back. So just click it, just nice and easy there, until the water reappears all at once. So I'm guessing the world is completely flat on its grid. So when you add water, it just covers the whole surface because the whole surface is flat. Actually, there we go. So we've got a bit of surface popping through the ocean there, but there we go. So again, that's the best we can do, and also obviously it's got its thick atmosphere back on as well. But yeah, there we go. So that's Titan. So there we go, and I just put these other colors, the greens and blues. So there we go. But yeah, not too much we can really do for that one as well. But yeah, there we go. So that is Titan done. So there we go. So we've got Titan and Iapetus, and then next episode we'll be continuing with the Saturn system. So yeah, there we go. So that will do it for today's episode, guys. Yeah, let me know what you thought down below in the comments of this, and also if anyone knows any fixes for the small issues we've had in today's episode, please let me know in the comments as well. It'll be much appreciated, because it'd be really cool if we could fix all of those. But yeah, unfortunately I'm not sure if there is any fixes to these, but I mean, you never know, right? But yeah, there we are. So let's just quickly finish up Iapetus. But yeah, if you like this video, let's see if we can go for 40 likes on today's video, guys. And also let me know what you want to see. Maybe if there's any Pacific moon you want me to customize, to say like Rhea here, if you want me to customize it in a Pacific way, let me know down below in the comments if there's any Pacific setup I should do for it. But yeah, with that all out the way, guys, a massive thank you for watching today's video as well. And yeah, make sure to join us on the journey to 14,000 subscribers if you are not yet subscribed. So yeah, definitely make sure to click that button, click that bell as well if you want notifications for when videos come out. But yeah, with that all out the way, guys, make sure you all have a great day. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Stay safe out there, guys, and goodbye.